Tatiana from Tatiana Math Resources, and we're looking at properties of parallel and perpendicular lines. Our objectives are: 1, we're going to explain the parts of an equation of a line, y equals mx plus c. 2, we're going to discuss the properties of parallel lines where they have the same gradient. And then we're going to discuss the gradient of perpendicular lines, being that when you multiply the gradient, you get -1. Y equals mx plus c. M represents the gradient, and c is the y-intercept where the graph cuts the y-axis. Parallel lines. Parallel lines have the same gradient but different y-intercepts. For example, here we have a graph and we have the line y equals 2x plus 4 and the line y equals 2x minus 2. You can see that they are parallel. They're going to extend and never meet. So they're parallel lines. So based on the formula y equals mx plus c, we can see that the gradient for 2x plus 4 is 2, and the gradient for the line y equals 2x minus 2, the gradient is also 2. So the two lines below are parallel and will have the same gradient, and that gradient is m gradient is equals to 2. Perpendicular lines. The gradient of two perpendicular lines multiply to give -1. We're going to look at an example. If the gradient of the first line is m, the gradient of the other line will be -1 over m, because m times -1 over m is equals to -1. We're going to prove that. So here we have our example. We have the line y equals 2x plus 3. So from that you can see y equals 2x plus 3. The gradient is 2. And then we have the perpendicular line y equals -1/2x minus 1. Y equals -1/2x minus 1. That gradient is -1/2. And we see here it says the product of the gradient is, we're going to multiply that 2 by this -1/2, and that's going to give us -1. So 2 over 1, let me use a different color. So 2 over 1 times this -1 over 2. This will cancel. We're going to get -1. So it is true, they are perpendicular lines. From Tatiana Math Resources, we looked at the properties of parallel and perpendicular lines. Thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.